Okay, everybody, this is gonna be my Let's Play video of Empire's Dawn of the Modern World. A few quick notes: there's not gonna be any other sound besides the glorious sound of my voice. If you don't like it, boot up Pandora. Or go outside and do something productive. Build a house, eat cake, make cupcakes. So sweet and tasty. Okay. We're just gonna play a random map. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it at random. This is one of the last games, actually, that still had actually full random maps. I remember one of the most disappointing things about Age of Empires 3 is that the maps were still predetermined. You could pretty much tell what map it is. This is an older game, and it still generates a pretty much totally random map. You still can't really tell, what it's going to be like. Okay, so we've got civilizations to choose from. This game you can go from medieval to World War II. Pretty self-explanatory. Related to Empire Earth, it's pretty much the successor to it. Each civilization has certain powers, certain abilities that they can do, and they also have completely different units. So I'm going to go ahead and be the Franks. Their units don't hit as hard, except for their specialty units, which of course cost quite a bit, but they have a lot of bonuses that you really can't live without once you've gotten used to them. I'm going to have my ally be England, and we're going to face China and Korea. England is an all-around civilization. It's pretty much a good rounder, a good basic civilization. A lot of their units are good, not great, but their, of course, cost is going to go up with that too. The benefit of specializing in something also means you can kind of spam your cheaper units, and that's always a totally legit strategy. Totally legit. And England's best units are probably their naval units through the Imperial Age. In the Imperial Age, you choose another civilization. Well, when you age up from the Imperial Age and go to World War I, you choose a different civilization. And it's based on what civilization you're already playing as. So that's definitely something to consider if you're going to go full age. China, good old spammers. Korea, a good turtling civilization. The Franks are good at turtling too, but Korea has stronger towers. They don't have the barrage ability that the French do, but you gotta have a weakness. The biggest weakness of the Koreans is that their units are so freaking expensive, but they can handle themselves, definitely. Once they get built up, it's pretty much game over for everybody else, because nobody else can, unless they're really specializing somewhere, or the Koreans have screwed themselves over. Okay, teams are locked. Wonders for victory. That's always a good way to get out of a jam. Empire Builder, because I like my games to go a little bit slower. Alright, let's go. Probably could have changed the map size down a little bit, but whatever. It's not going to put any strain on the PC. Okay. One of the best things you can do is instantly assign all of your civilians to food. I actually like to send one villager out to explore, especially when I'm the French, because the French villagers have a large line of sight. But I've only got 5 on here right now, and it's capped at 6, so I'll send the next one out to explore. The graphics still look pretty good for a game. Maybe 2000? Came out 2000? I don't remember. Send him out to explore. Oh yeah, and the French infantry can walk through forests, and that's definitely a good thing, especially if you're going to get some archers or various ranged units. to hide in there and menace the enemy. I'm gonna send a peasant over here to build a settlement so we can start harvesting wood, which is undoubtedly the slowest thing to gather in this entire freaking game. Oh, another good thing though, mentioning wood, is, as you can see, the granary, well, hopefully you can see, the granaries don't cost anything as the French. And that's definitely a good thing, because that'll rack up the wood cost. It basically means you've pretty much got free food. As long as you've got someone to work it, of course. There are upgrades I can research, but it costs food right now, and I really want to get more food. Found some water over here, so since he's over here, I'm going to go ahead and build a dock. Docks are a good investment, because I can already see some fish over here. And since fishing boats cost wood instead of food, that's definitely a good thing to have. Because my villagers cost food. Probably help if I explained my logic instead of just blurting it out. Okay, gonna need gold for various other things. I usually like to build a settlement next to another resource like wood. That way you're not just dropping some crap out in the middle of nowhere next to just a gold pile. Which, you know, is later in game is going to be a totally acceptable thing, but really, don't be a dick. Conserve resources or suffer the fate of the gods. As you can see, wood is not being gathered very fast at all. Also, docks have a hilarious line of sight. I think they just wanted to do that for the, well, really for the ocean part, so you could see freaking, well, I can't really afford to build any fishing boats. No sooner said. Oh, by the way, I quote the units a lot when they say something. I don't know why, but I do it, and I expect you to tolerate that. But anyway, if I say something way out of context, it's either, well, no, it's pretty much just that. The British, or the English rather, they're England, not Britain, or whatever. They have food warehouses. They don't build granaries, and they collect food automatically without the need of their civilian units, which is handy, but not a perfect solution. Really need to research the sawmill so I can gather wood faster, because I really need to be building more buildings. Another good thing about being French is I don't have to build these houses. Houses do usually have a bonus, like the English houses increase the rate of power regeneration in nearby units, but the French heal automatically when not moving, so that's definitely a good thing as well. Okay, you're gonna build another one of these, and let's make 2 fishing boats. The reason I like playing the French so much is probably just because, 1, walking through forests, 2, good special abilities, and their walls are stronger, and their infantry is pretty cheap. Which I really need to build a barracks, I guess, but I'd rather build a stable. Of course, I can't really afford to do that, so can't really afford to train any cavalry units at the moment, so I'm going to refrain from that. Poisson here. That's French for fish. Ho ho ho. Got a lot of stone, actually, since one of my dudes is way over here, and there's 2 gold mines here. And the AI has a tendency to take the Empire Earth route and build crap out in the middle of nowhere about 50 miles from their nearest structure. Build a surveillance post. Oh, here's the China Song Spearman. Probably slightly less sucky than my men-at-arms unit. Gonna put some more people on wood. Build 2 more fishing boats. Probably not the best idea, but it's also not the worst idea, so let's leave it at that. Need more people on food. Unfortunately, the only thing to hunt seems to be bears. And as you can imagine, that's not an easy feat to bring down a bear, so we're not really going to worry about that too much right now. The settlement over there. Also, I'm pretty sure French town centers and settlements provide more line of sight. And line of sight is definitely useful. I do like the surveillance post though. Not only does it, survey, but it detects stealthy units. So that's always a cool thing. And really is always a good idea in general to secure at least sight. Okay, I've got a decent amount of food here. I'm going to take these 2. Can't really do that. We'll just go ahead and garrison as many as we can. And recreate my wood chopping force here. Because getting 2 town centers is very, very important. Could probably get away with making 2 more fishing boats, which I think I will. Usually if somebody's going to raid you, they're going to raid you in one way, not 2. So that means they're either going to raid me by land or by sea. So, damn, this guy's really cutting a path through here. He just went straight for the enemy. The annoying thing about the Chinese isn't really that they can mass produce so much as it is that their buildings are mobile. Well, not all of them, but the barracks in their town center are anyway. And that can be, well, just all around pain in the ass. So we got 3. Oh, and I should probably mention that the French can have 8 civilians per mine instead of 6. As you can imagine, that does wonders for their economy. Okay, here's my other civilian unit as he's walking around. I'm going to put a surveillance post over here next to this river crossing. That way it'll help me keep track of my island here. Looks like we're on a rivers map. Koreans are going to be right over here. And that's going to be kind of a beast, because what that really means is I'm going to have to get some cavalry going. So, well, really, actually, what that means is I don't need to be using cavalry, because their spearmen can stun cavalry, like it would in real life. But for some reason, it doesn't do that for everybody else's spearmen, because they're not cool enough, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, that's done. I don't think there's another crossing over here. No, there's not. Since I've explored all I really want to explore over here, I'm going to send him to build another surveillance post over here. Okay, let's research that, which is going to let me mine gold faster. Send 3 more over there. So how many have I got over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 more for there, and cap out that mine. I usually try to cap all of them as fast as I can.